How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people? What's up, people? And it's a day of another day that we call Tuesday. And it would have been said, what's going to people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being productive on this Tuesday. You know, I want to talk about, you know, gay pride and stuff, you know, as far as Sunday and stuff now. A lot of things have changed, of course, in reference to the way it is now. Because once upon a time, you used to go out to gay pride and, you know, you could have a lot of fun and, you know, it was just very different. But I noticed that just not as fun. I noticed a lot of people wasn't, maybe I got there late or something, I don't know. But it wasn't a lot of people that was dressed up. It wasn't a lot of people that was, you know, really into it. Like once upon a time when I used to go out to the village and stuff on gay pride, everybody was dressed up. It was like a Halloween thing. Everybody got to be what they wanted to be. You have women on bikes with showing their tits, and you know, it was just very, they didn't care. It's just a free spirit type of thing. You know, it seems like everything is a little bit different. And somebody and a friend of mine pulled me out the house because I wasn't going to come, but it was like, you need to come out, it's gay pride, come on, you'd always send us at the house. They got in my case. I was like, wait, fine, I'm going to get up. At first I said I wasn't going to go, but then he was like, come on, you know, come on, you know. So I was like, oh, fine. So I went out to New York and stuff, and, you know, I ran into people that I wish I did not run into. And I did run into some people that I'm pretty cool with, some people from the channel, love you. And, you know, there were some people I know that do not like me, and basically I ran into them as well. You know, but it is what it is, and, you know, everybody's not going to like you. And then I had a little conversation in reference to another guy. He was telling me, he was like, we were talking in reference to the trans women and stuff like that. Now, this is a gay guy. I don't think he's really even gay. I think he's like a gay for pay, but it basically he's not gay, but he's, you know. So anyway, so we started talking and stuff like that, and he was explaining me that, you know, that Raven, you are the one that stopped your blessings as far as, you know, being who you are, as far as, you know, job marketing. And I told him, I said, well, it's really not that way. And he was like, no, transgender girls or gender people are accepted in society now. Y'all can go out and get jobs. Y'all can do anything you want. I respectfully declined, because this is my thing. And unless you're walking in those shoes, you can't comment on it. It's like the thing of being a white person talking about black issues. Oh, the black people, this and they go through this. Unless you understand what it's really like, that when we see cop cars, we could be murdered. Because when you see cop cars, you're like, hey, come my people, you know, you come to help me. But with us, it could be murdered. But until you walk through that walk, you know, you really can't comment on it, but you know what, it's neither here or there. So anyway, he was explaining to me that, you know, the trans women accepted now, we go get jobs, we do everything we want. And I said, no, this is not true. I said, because when they look at us, they look at us as a mental disorder. He said, no, Raven, that's not true. They don't look at y'all as a mental disorder. Now, unless you are a trans woman two-spirit person who is 100% passable, that you could just walk through doors, nobody, of course you'll have a chance. Or you're a trans woman who basically got connections and stuff, that of course you'll have a chance. But if you're a transsexual or two-spirit person like myself, those options are not quite available as people would like to believe. Sure, people will say, well, you know, the world is changing, stuff like that, but if you're not walking in these shoes, you don't know exactly what it's like. There are a lot of trans women who are now passable like myself, but basically try to sit up there and we try to move forward knowing this information. We get to watch how people do this, slap on the back and here come one, or we even watch people from the LGBT who point us out and stuff to their friends, or they go one right there, they go one right there. We see the stuff, like we see what you're doing. We may not react to it as far as, you know, letting you know what we see, but we see you know, all the different things you say about us, we say it. A lot of times we just go, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not worth me coming out of a bag. It's not worth me just, you know, basically get myself in trouble over this person. So we have to take a lot of deep breaths, you know what I mean? So we have to go and just keep moving. And the thing about it is that when we go for jobs and stuff, and a lot of us, some of us got our name Jesus, some of us did not. And the thing about it is that once they know we no longer that woman that's in front of them, they see us as a man. That's all they see. And in your mind, you're saying, I'm applying for this job. You know, I can answer this phone, I can do this, but I'm trans. So as of that point, when you say as I'm trans, or two-spirit people, I'm going to say trans so people know, as I'm trans, everything else about your resume, everything else goes out the window. Also, you were born a man. So you want to come inside of here, and you're born another way, and you want to come here like that. You know what I mean? Not like this, because, you know, look, I'm home. But, you know what I mean? So the thing about it is that it doesn't matter, you know, what we present ourselves. And I'm not saying everybody or every business and stuff like that, but it's not a fair treatment. And this is like like I said before, a gay guy, and I was talking to him, but he was like, no, so he put another guy, this other guy was like, no, baby, you could just get a job, it's more accepted. Now, these are gay guys. They really don't understand what we go through. They don't understand that we could be murdered by minding our own business. And not saying that we're just a trans, because females get murdered as well. It's not like it's just us, basically anybody, but we're going to stay on the trans right now. We could get murdered. We don't want us to have jobs. You'd rather us not have a job, but yet still, we sit up there and say, we have to do sex. Oh my God, you're like a prostitute. How do you think the girls are surviving? And I'm not saying every girl does that, and I'm saying every girl is pushed into that box. But I'm saying until the discrimination, these girls gotta survive. You know, and I don't feel as though, unless you walk into that walk, you really don't understand the treatment of how we're treated. You don't understand that we have to pull strength from all the way from within, that sometimes we don't even have it. Sometimes we have days where we just hurt. Before we walk out the door, we're like, okay, we have to embrace ourselves before we walk out the door. You could get up there and put an outfit on, look, I'm a suit, I'm a shirt, about to look good, stuff like that. But us, we have to walk through that door. We have to say, okay, now when I walk through this door, I don't know what's on the other side of this door. Something may come for us. Now here it is, we dressed with a suit and stuff, we're going to go for a job, and we don't know what's going to happen to us as far as being our truth. And I always feel as though unless you walk the walk, you shouldn't talk the talk. And I walk the walk, and I talk, and I've gotten jobs, of course, working inside of all the stuff. But was it easy? No. How did I get most of it? Because someone I knew was already in the inside. You know, so I had to kind of like that push. And when the ones who did, I had to try to play it off and not let them know anything is what I am until they finally figured out what I was. And when I was working in the insurance company and stuff, they didn't know what I was. But once they figured it out, all of a sudden, I was out the door. So don't tell me that discrimination doesn't happen and doesn't, you know, take place until you walk the walk, you know. And I just got so you know what, Raven, don't sit up here and argue with people. Just let it go. They want to be right, girl. Just go ahead and leave, and you know. And then it was like, well, you know, Raven, it's you who stopped things. Yeah, you know me, I just stop everything, you know, I'm just stopping it all, you know, I'm just stopping, no, I don't want your money, no, I don't want to have that company, no, I don't want to work here, I'd just rather sit around the house and just look out the window and just look for clients or dates or something. That's what I want to do. No, that's not what I'm going to do, that's not what I'm going to do. But my thing is until you walk the walk, you don't understand a lot. Well, a lot of them don't understand that we don't eat. Some of us don't eat, some of us have nowhere to live, some of us are homeless, some of us going from hotel to hotel. Some of us have to keep moving forward. We'll be murdered. You know, and you don't understand that walk. You should not talk the talk. And understand you're an LGBT and stuff as far as being gay. Before I was at Oopala land, honey, I was gay. And I would have never knew what I go through as this way now. The stuff I go through now is like really, like I got to be so strong. And sometimes I'm not strong. Sometimes I'm not strong. You know, and then they want to come up to me and, you know, Raven hits back, and, you know, I don't, you know, I'm taking it very lightly, you know. Look, I'm just like on guard and stuff. And can I beat everybody? Absolutely not. Can I get my ass kicked? Absolutely. But the simple fact of the matter is that if I may get murdered or killed, it's not because I didn't try my damn best to take them with me. You know, at the case of me, and I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I have to stay awake to what actually has happened to my sisters, you know, before me and stuff. And I always feel like if you don't get it, you just don't get it, you know, and it's just realistic. But anyway, I got on with the parade and stuff like that. I ran into a couple more people I saw and stuff like that, and you know, it just always gives that real feeling. You ever get that feeling like they just don't understand? Like it's like they don't get it, you know. That's the one thing I hate about us girls like us, is that I wish our bond was much more closer, and I wish we understood each other and could respect each other. Like I know a lot of girls may not like me and stuff like that, and that's fine. And we're not gonna always sing kumbaya, but I can give you that respect, and I won't say nothing to you. Unfortunately, people like to always say something anyway. And I have to always refrain to myself. Raven, prison is not where you're supposed to be. Raven, don't kill this person. It's not funny, but you know, mother's been through a lot, you know. And the thing about it is that, you know, I just want to share that part with you as far as, you know, gay pride. I think of my favorite. Yes. You know, I just want to share that part with you as far as me going on Gay Pride Day. So if you go check it out on my Instagram, Raven Over, just like this channel, you can see me up there walking around with my best friend. And that's about it. But I just want to share that part with you as far as Gay Pride. Another thing, do you like when I'm in the videos, or do you rather when I'm not in the videos? Yeah, like, you know, I used to spread all the creative fashions and stuff with me, always wearing something crazy as far as, you know, doing like this. I was talking to a girl, I was telling her, I was like, you know, the reason why I don't wear stuff like this when I go out, of course, I used to back in the day, like once upon a time when, you know, when I first started, you know, my transition and stuff like that, I was like, I'm going to be the certain girl, I want to be, but like I said before, life set in and a lot of rules came into play, and, you know, it kind of beat me down a lot and stuff. But basically, I wanted to ask you is, do you prefer when I'm in the videos, or you just like when I just put videos out, you know, as far as the storyline, do you really want me in the do you really want me in the videos like this? Or you just like when I just put the videos out and stuff, you know, tell the stories and stuff, of different things and stuff like that. You know, I just thought it was something I would bring forward to you and we'd talk about it. You know, because I think sometimes the reason why I'm saying this is because I think a lot of times when I talked to someone yesterday, I think you like me when I'm in the videos versus talking to you versus then I just send out the video. You know, just get it over it, let you see what's going on. You know, to me when I do that, like when I'm in that video, it's like me going, guess what, y'all? Guess what I found out? You're like, you know, you whisper something, so honey, and you sneak like I'm sliding to you. You know, so you can see what's going on. That's how I kind of see it. But I did kind of notice how a lot of people were saying that, you know, I was being absent in the videos, like the voice wasn't enough. You know, that they actually want to see the body, so they can judge me.
Clothes, yes.
And you know, yes. I've got some old fashioned how to made up. Anyway, so you know, I just want to share that story with you as far as you went out of Gay Pride. God bless you. Hope you made it back safe. I'm sure it's a lot going on in this world. It's more to come, but my question to you was, do you think people really do look at us not as a mental disorder? Do you think they look at us as like, well, oh, they're fine, they just go anywhere and do it? Do you really think that we actually can go do anything that we want? And I mean every last one of us. I'm not saying single out and one girl, say, well, she can, or some of us can, or we all can. Because my thing is this. If there's enough loaf in that bread, why can't we all eat from it? And reality is that I live in the world of truth. I'm not looking inside the window trying to figure out what they're doing. I'm actually in the window where it's going down. You know, and I try to explain it to people as far as, you know, when we go through this, but they don't see y'all as a mental disorder. I delete comments all the time calling us mental disorder, among other things. Among other things they call us, but you know, I get a whole bunch of different things as far as, you know, negative comments and stuff that they be saying about us, stuff like that. You know, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I always feel as though you have to be strong and stand in your truth, and, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, that being said, I just want to share this there with you and refer to what happened on Gay Pride. And I did want a little bit of feedback, if you will. Probably we will. Some of you probably won't, but I don't feel like I'm a mental disorder, but I do listen to what people say. Do I actually listen? No. But I hear what they say. You know, it's just like that thing on. You know what I mean? And then you saying to somebody that you know is doing something like that. And I know gay people don't even want to speak to us because they want people to know us. And it's horrible, but, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, that being said, I just want to share this story with you and represent Gay Pride and the conversation that I had with one of the guys. I don't know if he's gay or not. I'm not really sure. But the other ones I definitely knew was, gay and stuff. But that's fine. I have all walks of life of friends. And, I love my gay brothers. I love my sisters. It doesn't matter to me. And you already know the kind of person I like. And I know y'all don't agree. But I live for people. You see people who like, it's called I guess they call it butch me, but it's a gay guy, like he got all these flamey clothes on and he's flashing and then his clothes, but I love that. Like, I love anybody who's standing there cute that don't give a because at the end of the day, they're saying, you know what, I'm living my life. If you don't like it, then look away. I love them, like, I love them. But it is what it is. Who cares what I love, but I do love them. I get my strength from them. Even if it's a man or woman, that's the case may be, but it's a female that gets out there and do what they should be about. I love that. I love people who do that expression as far as they don't give a damn. They're living in their truth and they don't care what anyone has to say. Like now. Anyway, I just wanted to share this story with you. Remember, it's a Gay Pride Day. And like I said before, you can go on my Instagram. You can see what went down. As far as my friend, just my friend, not my boyfriend, because someone keep asking this. It's not my boyfriend. It's my best friend. Anyway, the being said, so if you like him, hit him up. Anyway. So, I just want to tell you that I love you, and I want to thank you for watching Cats 3.
Anyway, I love this outfit, girl. You look a hot mess. Come here, Raven. Come here. Oh my God, shut this camera on.